Alright, hello again ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Wynn in Magical Diary Horse Hall. I think we went on our first date with Barbara. Well, first outside date. Date to the dungeon? I think they count, sure, why not? Let's say they count. But, yes, remember that the arm is a bad idea. Alright, well, let's go. Done. So, I believe I wanted to increase my white magic. My current stress is 7. I'm going to take 2 of these and then we're going to do this. Bring my white magic up to 50. Then I'll do a little bit more smarts training. White magic class. Success, gain 2 white magic. In our earlier lesson, you learned a way to cause spirits to run away from your presence. Today we'll be practicing the opposite. With the spell of calling, you can summon all spirits and creatures in a nearby physical area. They will not appear all at once, but they will begin to move, and in their wandering they will be drawn towards your position. For simple creatures, a call is subtle and compelling. They will not question, only follow. Thinking beings, though, will realize after a moment that the urge to follow was not their true desire. They might be able to resist your spell with magic of their own, or choose a new path once the immediate compulsion fades. Or they might choose to follow the summons to its source in quest of revenge upon the caster. In any case, a summoned creature is not compelled to be friendly upon arrival. Why would you wish to call creatures to a specific location? Perhaps you are in need of aid and wish to be found. Perhaps a nymph has stolen your ring and teleported away and you want her to come back. Or perhaps you intend to call a dangerous monster to one location while you teleport to another in order to avoid it. Cool. Creatures in the surrounding area are drawn to the casting location for at least 3 turns. Very good. White magic class, very good. What is this? Because of the winter chill outside, today the Nature Club is meeting in Potsdam's greenhouse. She has a lot of vicious plants in here. Well, carnivorous plants. Before today I didn't know she had one, but it makes sense. Lots of people want fresh flowers or vegetables year-round, or a little space set aside to experiment. So some people would say that a greenhouse is unnatural, but nature takes many shapes. What do you see here? Plants? They grow and change. That's nature. There are also insects that feed on the plants, and more insects that eat those insects, and insects that get eaten by the plants. He walks around talking about the Venus flytrap which captures prey between its leafy jaws, and the pitcher plant which lures insects to drown in its nectar. The insects dissolve slowly, feeding the plants. To my surprise, there are not otherworld Excuse me. These are not otherworld plants, or exotic imports from faraway jungles, but Native American plants. I forget sometimes how large and diverse this country actually is. Most pitcher plants feed on insects. Larger plants encourage smaller mammals to crawl inside to drink the nectar. These larger prey do not drown, but they defecate inside the pitcher, feeding the plant. And of course there are other world variants that can entrap human-sized prey, holding them in sleep to feed on them. We are not generally allowed to raise those here. I certainly hope there are none of those in this greenhouse. Now, aphids are a common pest, sucking at the sap of your greenhouse collection. 1 or 2 wasps can make quick work of pesky green flies. I see a few club members look around nervously overhead as if expecting a wasp to make a strafing run. Gardeners often commonly bring in ladybugs to breed in the greenhouse and create aphid-hungry larvae. Sometimes the ladybugs get loose. One year, hundreds of them swarmed over a classroom ceiling and stayed for months. Although we don't see very many insects during our visit, by the time we leave the greenhouse, many students are looking rather itchy. Sleeping? Success! We succeeded at sleeping. Congratulations, you are not an insomniac. Studying? Success. What's this? Barbara sits with me at dinner. As usual, she doesn't say much, but she looks like she has something on her mind. Is everything alright? She shrugs. What are you thinking about? Promises. You said a wizard has to keep promises. They did explain that to you before you came to the school, didn't they? If no one warned the Wild Seas about the power of a promise... Yes. Some. A witch's promise matters. Every time you say promise? Not exactly. It's like a kind of spell, you have to mean it. Tricking someone into saying "te lo prometo" doesn't count. She nods. I guessed right, she does know some Spanish. Saying promise in casual speaking doesn't mean you're bound forever, but we try to avoid it anyway. It's when you say it seriously as an oath, especially if someone asks you to make a promise and you do. That's binding. What if they're not a witch or a wizard? The person you make the promise to? It still counts the same. It's you and your honor that matters. But what if you're not one? If you weren't a witch, you wouldn't have anything to lose, so it wouldn't matter. Oh, do you mean promises made before you found out that you were a witch? I'm not really sure. Probably you couldn't form the strength of intent necessary for a formal oath. She would have been 12 years old or younger, with no knowledge of magic. Promising to visit a friend's house or something like that wouldn't qualify as a solemn vow. But if you remember some important oath that you made when you were young, it's better to keep it. You'll feel it if you're breaking an oath. It's hard to do. Your magic will resist and try to keep itself intact. If you join a group and promise never to tell anyone, then if you break your word, you lose your magic? That's how magical secret societies work. And there's no way around that. Well, you'd have to look at exactly what you promised and think about it. Find an exception that isn't covered. Or ask the person who took your oath to release you from it. Which is why you can't break an oath if you only made the promise to yourself. I mean, you can break it, but nothing would happen, because you would be releasing yourself from the promise. Or if you swore to the three kindred, then there's no way to be released. So don't do that. A mythical concept referring to the kinship of all conscious minds that have ever existed. The three kindred are first, all those now living on Earth, second, all those who have died, and third, all those of the other world. This is sometimes summed up as Earth, Ancestor, and Spirit. Calling on the three kindred to witness an oath is a very serious matter. You didn't, did you? No. Of course, if she swore an oath of secrecy, then she can't tell me what the problem is, and pushing her for details would be putting her at risk. If something is wrong, I can't fix it for you. You're the only one who knows the details. You have to find the solution. If there's anything you want to tell me, I'll listen. But if you can't tell me, I'll trust you to do what's best. You're a clever girl. You'll find a way. She smiles. I hope everything's okay, but I really do have to leave it to her. So she probably made a childhood promise to someone. And she's thinking about it. Happy birthday, bro. This is from me and Luke. He hands over a large book. Oh, that's interesting. I'll have to look at it later. Thanks. And thank Luke for me too. Happy birthday. He nods in my direction. Hey! Virginia barrels in, wrapping her arms around William for a hug. Happy birthday to my favourite brother. That's not very nice. It's fine, you're my favourite brother too. At least, well, as well as my favourite sister. Are you being rude to William? No, I'm saying that no sister is better than you. Break it up, you two. I wonder if sibling relationships are always so complicated. Studying success. We gain even more mana. It's Raven! Raven is slowly walking along the hallway. To die, to sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in the sleep of death what dreams may come. Am I interrupting? She blinks. What? What is it? What do you want? Only to say hello, but you seem to be lost in your reciting. I was rehearsing. I hadn't heard of any Shakespeare performance at Iris Academy. Or is that something the drama club is doing? No, but there are auditions for the spring play on Monday. It is unfortunately a musical. Raven's not in chorale. Maybe she can't sing. I must therefore be prepared to do my best. Do you intend to try out? No, I don't want to be on stage. Then if you'll excuse me, I should be going. Good luck. She nods to me and makes her exit. Saturday, February 1st, dorm room. What should I do today? Let's see. We're going to check the dungeons again, as per usual. Arm is a bad idea. No. This is going to be Saturday Shakespeare. Sure, that works. Go to the dungeons. I make my way down into the dungeons. A hidden passage? The dungeon is ahead. Okay, cool. Okay, we have that thing here. The dummy rolls in. Cool. Okay, we'll go up. Hold on. Which way is my arrow facing? Up this way. What did this say? Examine the wall. Forward wall. Anders kiss Garrett here is inscribed upon it. Very good. Oh, you scared me for a second there. I want to do spellbook. I want to do awareness. Okay, this one continues on for a little bit longer. What does this say? Examine the wall, forward wall. I love brains. I love live brains. Interesting. Well, that's your own prerogative, ain't it? Climb the stairs? No, not yet. Yeah, no, that's everything it looks like. What was the other last... Call. I can do call. Let's cast call. Dummy is rolled. Okay. Cool. We're going to reload. So load game here. Yes. Study. Go to the mall. We could go to the mall. Yeah, sure. Let's do it. Let's go to the mall. Magic shop. Let's see. Can we get anything anything at all here? We can get glasses. Normal wand. Cost 25. No, we can't get that. Glamours. Fairy wings. We can't get that either. Go back. Done shopping. Oops. Hey, no. Food court, window shopping. It just reduces stress. Okay, cool. Games arcade. We could play the claw machine. Sure, let's do it. We failed. That increased our stress. We don't honestly have anything else to do, so we'll just reduce our stress, I think. Yeah, that's good. Dorm room. Done. Next week. What should I do this week? Interesting question, me. We are going to want to do white magic all the way. White magic class success. White magic class success. White magic class success. Hey Charles, you coming to the bingo? Luke said it'll be different this time, more prizes. Sure. I'll play. Great, I'll meet you at Logan's room in a few. I nod to Luke and head in the direction of Falcon Hall, where a group is slowly gathering. Logan has built up a stack of bingo cards, more than there are players. At Maria's suggestion, we're going to try a few new changes to the rules. First, I'm splitting the pot into multiple rounds. Each win has a smaller prize, but more people might be winners. Second, players are allowed to buy multiple cards. You pay more, but increase your chance of winning. Question. Are you going to set the number of rounds before we buy our cards? Because that affects the size of each payout, which affects the potential value of each card and the optimum buy strategy. 5 rounds. Since cards are $5 each, that ensures we can split the pool without needing any coins. Oh, good. Also, can players only buy cards once? And can we change the cards between rounds? And wait for everyone to be here. Once everyone has taken their seats, Logan sets out the rules. Anyone can buy as many cards as they want before the first round, but after that, everyone has to stick with their choices. I watch the other players. Everyone appears to be taking only 1 or 2 cards. Maria hangs back, counting under her breath every time someone makes a purchase. How many cards do I want? I'll get 2. 2 is around what most people are taking, so it should give me fair odds. After I've made my selection, Maria comes forward and picks out 2 cards, peering carefully at the numbers written on each one. So, we can cheat here. I hope. Perhaps she has a lucky number? All the fees are carefully counted and stacked into 5 piles. The total looks more impressive than it did last time. Then it's time for the numbers. First round, I didn't win. Second round, I didn't win. Third round, I won! Fourth round, I didn't win. Fifth round, I didn't win. So that's that. Okay, so we only won once that time. So what if we do 3? First round, nope. Second round, nope. Third round, yep. Fourth round, nope. Fifth round, nope. Okay, so what if we just do 1 card in that case? Nope. Nope. I won. Fourth round, I didn't win. Fifth round, I didn't win. So that's that. Okay. But we got 25 there, huh? That's a number. Did we get more if we bought 2 cards? I think we would have gotten less, right? Let's scroll all... Okay, we can't do that anymore. That's fine. Whatever. White magic class success. What is this? Someone is poking my arm. Something's poking my arm. Ah! It's her! Oh, it's you. Hello. She nods at me and then makes a beckoning motion with her fingers. Okay, where do you want to go? She smiles and touches a finger to her closed lips. Alright, I trust you. She makes a tiny noise somewhere between a giggle and a hiccup. Then she walks away and I follow her. Barbara leads us into one of the side rooms that Grabner commonly uses for out-of-class activities, though it's empty at the moment. She heads out to a back cabinet and opens it, pulling out a stack of white paper. Here. She puts the paper on the table along with some boxes of pens she bought in. What are we doing? Art. She pulls out a chair and sits down. Somewhat still mystified, I do the same. Barbara snags a sheet of paper for herself and pushes another over in my direction. Then she opens the pen boxes, shaking out thick cylinders with wide, flat tips. What are those called? Markers. She takes a black marker and begins to draw wavy lines at different angles across her paper. There's no clear pattern to them, but she divides up the empty space into irregular shapes with curved edges. I look at the paper in front of me. I want to draw something recognizable. I take a marker to try and sketch out the shape of an eagle, the outstretched wings, the fierce beak, the sense of power and flight. Unfortunately, I'm not a great artist and these markers are unfamiliar and blot messily on the page. Still, you can tell it's a bird. Meanwhile, Barbara is calmly filling in each marked out section with a different solid colour. No meaning, only bright and bold hues, pleasing to the eye. It reminds me of the way she decorates her shoes. So you like to colour? I guess you must or you wouldn't have suggested it. What about other kinds of art? I don't know. Like what? Weaving? She wrinkles her nose. Jewellery making? Don't know how. Could be fun. I wonder if Potsdam offers any sort of craft class for advanced black magic. You still need an artist's skill to be good at making things pretty, but magic could speed up the shaping and help heal any cracks. Spikes and spikes. If I put spikes on the sides of spikes, wouldn't the overall result look less spiky instead of more? I look over at Barbara's colouring again. Now she's got a thin biro and adding extra triangles and curlicues in black over the top of some of the narrower coloured segments. You have a great sense of style. Huh? You look so confident in your creativity. Well, I didn't mean to make her less confident. Oh, I've always wondered, that key you wear is an earring. What is it for? Does it unlock anything? Guess. Alright, well, I'm going to type this as key to your heart. Oops. You just found it somewhere. You probably found it while you're out in the walk for in the woods, or in an alley somewhere in the city. Maybe for a necklace. If I found it somewhere it'd be too dirty to put in my hair. Actually, I bought it at the mall. Okay. Let's see. It's the key to your heart. The key that unlocks your heart. Okay, maybe not. Actually, I bought it in the mall. It was a lock and key set, but I didn't want to wear the lock. Well, I think it looks good. She nods and returns her attention to her drawing. Well, it's a nice way to pass some time, and with practice my art is certain to get better. Ah, that's cute. White magic class success! Oh, I didn't get, another class. Footsteps in the hall signalling the usual Saturday morning distributions, but nothing for me. What should I do today? As per normal, we're going to check the dungeon. Go to the dungeons. Is she down here? Nope. Is there anything new down here? We're going to step here and we're going to do ourselves a awareness. It all looks the same, to be honest. Okay. Menu. Load game. Load this one. Yes, let's go. Okay. Done. Let's go study. Minnie Cochran is assisting students in the school library. Study with Minnie. Minnie and I discussed the principles of blue magic. Smart and blue magic increased by 1. Stress increased by 4. February 9th, Sunday. At the end of the week I have a chance to review the things I've learned to make preparations for the future. Okay, we can go on for a bit longer, I feel. This might be a 40-minute episode, but, well, let's continue. I feel like I'm going to stop the recording session after this one anyway, and I still want to play a bit more of this, so it works out. What should I do this week? I have current stress of 11. I'm going to do one of these. I'll do 2 of these, then I'll go to sleep and I'll do 2 more. I will save, first of all. Let's do it like... I don't know, I want to do these 2 first, because there's a chance I won't get to 60 with 1 lesson. And if there are any events, and that is the case, then I want to get white magic up as soon as possible. Hello, my rosy-faced lovebirds. Please take your seats. Before we go on with our classwork today, there is something important that we need to discuss. What we are about to discuss may be considered a sensitive subject where you came from. However, you are all young adults now, not children, and it's better for us to have this out in the open. This is the traditional season for young romance, and we don't want to clip your wings while you are learning to fly. There are no school regulations against love in any form, regardless of age, sex, or species. From the shocked murmurs behind me, I think that statement may have came out a bit wrong. I assume she meant students from different years, and those who have otherworld heritage. Yeah, that's what I interpreted as well. As long as you and the other person, or people that you're with, are enthusiastic about whatever it is that you're doing. That means keep any naughty business away from those who do not wish to be involved with it. And try not to get too distracted from your schoolwork. Know what you want and be sure that your partner does as well. If anyone isn't enthusiastic, whether it's a kiss or a dance or something a bit more, stop and wait. The essence of pleasure is for all participants to enjoy themselves. Oh, and for our wild seeds, I should be clear, there's no special magic power that comes from not exploring love. There's no more than there is any special power or state that comes from never casting spells. Practice makes perfect. A girl in the front row hides her face in her hands, stifling either blushing or laughter. Now, there's one matter that would require punishment. As students, you are not allowed to carry children. Creating life in a school filled with untrained wizards would be far too risky. The consequences could be horrific. Breaking this rule would result in equal punishment for all parties concerned, and we will know who you are. Trusting your parents is an important part of romance. Sorry, trusting your partner. Oh, parents? Oof. Oh, we're not going there. Trusting your partner is an important part of romance, but in this case, take your own precautions as well. This is giving me CK2 flashbacks. If you don't think you have green magic up to the task, or if you have any further questions, please talk to me after class. Now let's get back to magic. White magic class success. There we go, look at that. Grounds Council Student Council has set up 8 tables around the main quad so that people can place orders for Valentine's cards and gifts. I see Minnie at one table and Manuel at another. Aww. The freshman class Valentines have been set to cost $1 and deliver only a small one-sided card. Other booths offer more lavish offerings, but the thought is the same. After an order is arranged, it'll be delivered to the recipient on Friday. For the shy, that means you won't have to meet someone's eyes in order to hand them your gift. Valentines can be a simple sign of friendship, but they also serve as a way to formally declare one's romantic intentions. I should probably send something to Barbara. Yeah, of course. To Barbara, yeah. Valentines should be Friendly or romantic? I feel like we should do romantic. Yeah, let's do it. I placed the order. Let's send one to William as well. Let's send him a friendly one. Let's send one to Manuel. This is also going to be friendly. Why not go for all of them, my friend, right? To Luke, Valentine should be friendly. I placed the order. Done. Alright. White magic class. Success. When you meet a stranger, especially in a scary place like an underground tunnel or a crowded stadium, it's hard to know how to start. What if he's friendly? What if you don't want to offend him by being too suspicious? What if he's dangerous? While you hesitate, he might strike the first blow. And if it does come to a fight, then it's even more important to know what your opponent is planning to do. If you know someone's plans, you can counteract them. When a person is just about to act, that thought is focused right at the front of their mind. Written in large letters for those who know how to read them. While the spell of foresight is active, you can see all those little inklings and inclinations, all those directions in motion. You will know exactly what any thinking creature near you is about to do. Cast a spell, scratch your face, or run away. Sometimes you might sense the intention of a nearby creature that you haven't even seen yet. It can be confusing. Also remember that you cannot sense anything that doesn't have a mind to think with. A rock will not think about falling, but it will still fall. Caster knows what everyone else is about to do for the next 5 turns. Cool, I like that one. We're getting high up there in the white magic. We're at 60. Sleeping, erase our stress. White magic class, success. From Donald, I receive a paper card with an eyeball, an insect, a plant, a letter, and a sheep. It must be a pun. Oh, I believe in you. Ugh. He must have ordered these for everyone in War 4. That was nice of him. Luke sent a flimsy scrap of paper with a knocking joke on it. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be funny or funny because it's not funny. That's all. Nothing from Barbara? That's alright. White magic class, success! Alright, afternoon, Friday. Someone... Oh, listen to this. The mood has been set. Who is knocking at the door? Is it? It's her. Barbara? Hi. She holds something out to me. It's a card. A handmade card featuring a heart filled in with her patchwork colouring style. For Valentine's. I thought she didn't send anything. I didn't order anything. It's the student council. I wasn't going to let them. Let them? They decide. They take people's money. They record everyone. They choose. They bring the gifts. It's not right. They're providing a service, I guess. Helping to organise everything. I hate student councils. Why? Because everyone thinks they're special. That they're important. That they're good people. The good sort. The good families. The bright futures. They want to get close to you. They want to hear all your secrets. They want you to trust them so they can help. And then nobody believes. Ah, is that why you and Minnie are always having problems? Did she do something to you? She's so pushy. She wouldn't leave me alone. I ran into her one night. You met somewhere? I ran into her. I was running in the halls at night. I don't know why she was out so late. She wasn't anywhere near Butterfly Hall. It was before I learned how to check to be sure no one's near. I swung around a corner and I smacked right into her. Then she wouldn't stop pestering me, trying to make me talk to her, trying to make me say it was okay. Trying to force Barbara to talk would be a foolish strategy. I'm surprised she's saying this much to me. So the student council doesn't get my Valentines. Oh well, I'm honoured that I did. Get a Valentine's from you, I mean. I hope it's okay that I sent you one through the council. I didn't know. It's fine. I don't mind them knowing. The little smile of hers makes my chest twinge. I want to tell her how I feel, but She was really upset just a moment ago. It's not a good time. Some girls would probably like it if I went ahead and kissed them, but I've been around Barbara enough to know she'd react if I startled her. She'd blast me right through the wall. Ah, happy Valentine's Day. She looks at me for a moment, but I'm not sure what else to say. Bye. I think I disappointed her somehow, but I'm not sure what she would want me to do. I look down at the card she made me. A heart filled with lines and colours, but no words. I can't tell how I feel. Maybe I need to find a way to show her. Ah. Alright. Saturday, February 15th. Footsteps in the hall signal the usual Saturday morning distributions. Again, we need to go check to see the dungeons. Go to the dungeons. Okay, let's see. No one is here. I believe this dungeon's still the same. Yep. Yep, it is. Okay. Load game, load back here. Yes, let's go. We could do some study. I feel like I want to do some study. Studying. Cool. Alright. At the end of the week, and at the end of this episode, I need to do my outro. So thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. This has been a nice romantic moment to end on. That was, yeah. I think it's obvious that we're going down the Barbara route now, and we understand her quite a lot more than we did a few episodes ago. So yeah, I feel like there is definitely a development here, and man, this. By the way, if you haven't got this game and you're just watching me and other YouTubers play this game, to see what everything's going, like all the paths are, then hey, it's that's your prerogative. But I would really recommend you go and support these guys. As I mentioned, it's been like what 9 years since the first game came out until this game came out. We all thought that this was a dead a dead series, but no, there's another. Like, look at this, Magical Diary Wolf Hall. It's 2020 and I'm playing Magical Diary Wolf Hall. Today's date has the letters 20? No, today's date has the numbers 20 in all locations on the board. It is the 20th of the 2nd, 2020. Now I just need to wait until 8:20 on my computer in order to get the real feel, but unfortunately I'll be working then. Ugh. Happy 2020 to everyone, by the way. Hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I will see you all in the next episode. Take care.